The one thing that I have learned is just don't give up. Everybody has some kind of little strength inside them to actually push on and get there in the end.
Ian Winson was working in an underground water pipe in South Auckland in 2011 when a massive explosion hurled him 70 metres along a concrete pipe. His workmate died instantly, and no one expected Ian to survive.
And they said, you have to come to the hospital, no more time for anything. And I said, but I need to wait for Mum for the boys. And the police said, you've got no choice, you have to come now. Have you made the phone calls, ring anybody that you need to?
The only memory I have of that day is the fireman who saved my life. His face just saying, I'll get you out.
Ian has spent the past year in and out of hospital as doctors dealt with his multiple injuries. Ian lost both his legs. Both hands were broken. His right elbow alone sustained more than 100 fractures. There were other broken bones and a serious concussion to manage.
All in all, I think it's around 17 operations now. Doubly amputated above the knee, but they're quite symmetrical. There's always a feeling of the rest of the leg. Right now, I can feel both feet. I can feel the toes, and I can just concentrate. I can sort of just crunch the feet up. It's quite a nice, reassuring feeling that it's still there. I've had, I think it's 4 or 5 operations on this hand. The hand was broken, so there's a plate. This middle finger, they couldn't save the knuckle at all, so they removed the finger, and then they used the skin of the finger to actually fix a great big hole in my hand. Other than that, fit and healthy.
Ian emigrated from South Africa to New Zealand 13 years ago to take up an engineering job at an Auckland water management company. He met his wife Catherine on the job. They now have 2 children, 4-year-old Ethan and Joshua, who's 8.
My relationship with my 2 boys will always be completely different now. And I really at times can feel guilty that Josh got the best of me, where Ethan hasn't experienced the things that Josh and I used to get up before Ethan was born.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Are you coming on, Josh?
Yes, I'm coming on.
Okay.
I think Josh feels what he's lost is the active father, being able to just go out and do things like other fathers do.
Let go the button.
He realises now that his priority in life has to be us, the family unit, and particularly for the boys. He can't just lie down and take it. It's none of their fault. It's got nothing to do with them, so he still has to give them the absolute best that he possibly can. So yeah, they're a huge motivation for him, as much as they also, on the other side, create a lot of the frustration. It's sort of having little kids rubs your nose and what you can't do, what you would like to do.
Most people who lose both their legs above the knee will never walk again. Ian won't accept this. He believes a life devoted to sport will make him the exception.
Just hard. It's extremely important for me to walk again.
This one?
It's always in my mind.
I think mainly the walking is mostly for Ian, but the rest of us will go with it, because if that's his dream, then we're going to support him.
Throughout his life, Ian's been a fanatical sportsman, competing in a wide range of events.
He definitely took good care of his body, cared what he put into it, eating and drinking wise, and worked really hard at the gym to look after his body.
Morning, Anne. How are you?
Ian's already a familiar face at the Limb Centre.
Hello, Jason. How are you?
How we going?
Good, thank you.
The extensive damage to his arms has delayed his progress.
See you again.
Yep. Should we,
Yeah, we'll head on through and we'll get things
Yep.
started.
Yep.
Before he can use full-length prosthetics, he's had to master walking on short stubbies. Ian's pushing to move to longer prosthetics as quickly as possible.
Okay, Binu. Lovey, you need to just right. So it's very important for me to also show my sons that through any adversity you can overcome, and if they can do it, then you can do it.
I've got a goal of a year from now is to walk 5Ks.
So there's no pressure then for any of us.
No. It's only 5,000 metres.
Most of our patients do set goals. A lot of them are very unrealistic. And some of them are for very big disappointments shortly after they do get their first legs and they do actually get a taste of what things are going to be like.
And the crutches are really just because of young ones running around.
You've made some really great progress, Anne, and it's looking really good, and I think we will look at raising you up a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're worried a little bit about your balance as we make you a bit taller.
The decision this morning is we're going to raise me up 100 millimetres and just see where we go from there. So probably be a short-term fix for a long-term goal. Going to be a lot easier, a little bit longer now.
Yeah, the biggest concern is just getting used to your balance.
Woohoo! Up 120 mils, just like that. That's very cool. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's a huge gate. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. I mean, I feel like I'm walking now. And that is a lot easier than walking this morning.
It's looking very promising.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. That is very cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks great.
Hey, cut it. I'm a little taller. Yeah, cool. It's amazing.
That's great.
Feels brilliant.
Catherine, she's been cornerstone of this whole thing.
20 centimetres in a couple of hours.
And she hasn't really had a life. It's been one meeting after the other, one consultation after the other, and she's been the primary caregiver of the boys. It's worn her down many, many times. She's just been worn down by the whole process.
Learning to walk again and learning to become a full person again after such a massive alteration to your being is a big journey. You know, there's going to be very big emotional highs and lows. You know, you achieve something that you thought was impossible one day, and then you realise that that's the start of the next hurdle.
Turn right, turn left, right. Yep, good boy. Well done, guys.
If he's had a really good walk at rehab, he's so bubbly, but he definitely will withdraw when he's having more of a struggly time. And the times when he's black, he's quiet. He becomes extremely reactive. Whether it's just the kids being kids, it's just instantly too much for him. And he reacts, and I have to say to him, just go somewhere and just, you know, be quiet and calm down.
It's a big sense of helplessness. It wells up inside you. Once you get into that stage, then patience goes out the window, tolerance goes out the window, everything goes out the window. And you just end up the first thing that's available to shout at, or yeah.
The family's been staying in a rented house since the accident. Their own home is undergoing major renovations to make it livable for Ian. It's a long drive to school each morning.
Okay, come forward, Josh.
Bye, bye.
Taking Josh to school has been a huge buzz. There's a bit of understanding at school about what happened to Dad, and the kids at school all know that at some stage I'm going to walk into school.
Thank you, Larry. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, bye my boys. See you later. Okay. So we'll see you at the house later.
See ya.
The renovations are finally finished. Today they're moving back home. The past 12 months have been a roller coaster of emotions. Catherine's happy to leave the rented house, but she realises things won't be the same as they once were.
I guess it's the start of our new life. I mean, moving home is hugely exciting, but it's reality too. And I know his legs are never going to come back, but part of me maybe has had that sort of little idea that everything will be all right again. I think that's what's bothering me now. Part of you sort of hopes that somehow Ian's not going to be broken.
It's that's the only home that Catherine and I have owned. It's where the boys were born, and I'd really want them to feel that this is their family home. So there's a lot of reasons why the place is very special to us.
1, 2, 3. Hi, my baby. Did you have fun with Dad? Bit of a shock to the system, really.
I find it really difficult. It's hard just sitting around and not being able to do much.
You can start to dictate where things go, and you'll be able to
Yeah,
help out a bit more with that, hopefully. You can pick one room and I'll do another room.
yeah.
Since the accident, I've taken on more of a mothering kind of role for him, because he's had some quite severe concussion. He hasn't had massive lapses of memory, but things just haven't been as sharp as they used to be. And he spent so many months in hospital and in rehab that he didn't have to be responsible for anything. So I've got to try and let go of that. I guess it's quite like letting a child grow up and move out of home, and I have to let go of Ian now and of that side of it, and try and remember just to be the wife, not mother him as well. And that, yeah, that's quite, I'm struggling with that at the moment.
All right, are we ready to go? All right, we'll see you there. Cool, ciao.
Okay, open the door. Cool. Look at that. How nice is that? Okay, where's your Lego? Where's Horace? Can you show us?
Ethan, look, look. Here comes a big truck. Come here.
Can you open the window?
Look, look.
Can you open it? I'll stop.
So they've got French doors into that. That's Josh. Yep. Oh, he's smiling. He's looking excited. I so want him to be happy. Hello. Should we come and have a look?
Yeah.
8-year-old Josh has lived here since he was born. It's much more of a homecoming for him than his little brother.
Do you like it?
Now I have to say something special.
It
Because
is.
it's all from you and Dad.
Oh, sweetie, you're beautiful.
Okay, you gonna help? Good boy.
Let me do that. Even when the pin goes into the hole, he walks with the traction. Can I play with the legs like Duns?
No, I'm
just for a second.
Okay. Just when I call you back, you need to bring my leg back, okay? So cute. My rehabilitation is going to be quite critical for me to bring our family back to as close to normal as possible. What's happening out here? I'm going to have to find a way of doing it without it becoming difficult for the family to tolerate. You know, I don't want, oh, Dad's gone again. My role is to get better. It's to get as good as I can get. Being able to walk is a way of having more say in my life.
Yeah, I think both the boys have noticed the change in Ian and both have responded very strongly.
And then, shall we go down the passage? Shall we go?
If Ian's not around, Ethan is a real handful and just displays all sorts of symptoms of stress. Josh is currently getting some extra help to cope with the effect on him, and he's having to learn some new skills on how to cope with how he feels. He believes a dad is someone that can run and play with the kids and get out there and do all those sort of physical things. And obviously Ian's role has changed. He's still definitely their dad, but he's having to work out a new way of interacting with them, and it can't be quite as physical. And because Ian's such a sporting guy, and his world has always revolved around the physical side of things, it's very difficult for him to see a new way forward.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, lying down. Okay, this is our favourite book, isn't it? Hey, Jack and the Beanstalk.
Dad, look here, it's Rick close.
I know, he has got...
As they settle back into their own home, they hope it will reduce the enormous stress on their marriage.
All right, no, you. No, kiss.
Dad,
Love you.
You're going?
No, we're going to turn the light off. There we go. All right. Oh, thanks.
What has kept us going is the base level of just genuine care and love and wanting the best. I've met several people who are still actually really surprised that we are still together considering everything. Yeah, there's definitely been times when we've wondered if the other way of going was the right option for us. But I think for me personally, it's, I can't do anything more to Ian. He's had such a hard knock, and the boys have had such a hard knock to say I can't take this for me and be that selfish, and to make another 3 people's lives even harder is just more than I can do to anybody. But at the end of the day, you have to also be true and honest to yourself and care for yourself, because if you don't do that, then you can't look after other people. So for me, that's I've had to find new things and new ways to meet my own needs in order to be able to look after Ian and be a wife and a mother to the boys as well.
Yeah, I think Catherine and I have always been at our best when we're working out as a team, and there's just that baseline love for one another that there's been times when I've thought it would probably be easier if Catherine took the boys and went and lived a normal life, but then immediately you face the reality is that's not what we want, and we find ourselves in a situation we just got to try and get on with it. And the secret to it is what we're learning in the last couple of months is communication.
7 years ago, Ian created an annual marathon in West Auckland called The Legend.
It all began in late 2003. After I'd done Ironman, I didn't know what next to do, and we came home one day and we were watching a documentary, and the person on the documentary was Arthur Lydiard, and it occurred to me what a great idea it would be to have a race in his honour. It's given me a real sense of belonging in the community to do this.
This year, the event has a children's race, which means Josh can run in his dad's place.
Josh took up the challenge, which was pretty neat for me. He really wants to do it. It's not just because of me. We actually started training before the accident, where I took him for a couple of runs because he was at that age where I thought it was right that he should actually do some kind of training.
It's really special.
I was super proud of him, yeah. My bucket list has changed to new challenges. One is a happy family, making sure that Josh and Ethan have a well-balanced upbringing, making sure Catherine's happy, and then we can see what goes on from there. But you just got to put things in perspective. Running a marathon is not the beginning of all and end all of one person's life. It's nice to be able to say you've done that, but it's going for a 5K walk with your wife on the beach is probably just as important as that kind of thing. I think these life-changing accidents or life-changing events certainly put perspective on things.
Good morning,
Hey, Jason, how are
you?
you?
How are you, mate?
Good, thank you.
Yeah?
Good to see you.
Good to
Yeah.
see you too. You all ready to
Rock
gain
and
a few
roll.
inches?
I think so.
It's the day Ian's been working so hard for.
Last time I think we raised you about 10 centimetres. This time it's going to be about 4 times that at least.
Cool. Bring it on.
That's a big change.
No, it'll be all right.
So we'll see how you go.
Yep, cool.
This is something I've looked forward to for a long time. So, I can remember lying in the bed at rehab and at hospital and people saying, "Oh, you'll walk again." So, yeah, this is the start of walking again.
Think I'm going to be taller than you?
I don't think so.
I think I have to be.
Short stuff.
To start off with, he's going to have a really hard time balancing. And he's going to have a hard time even just standing up. The research tends to say about 100% increased effort for an above knee amputee over someone with both their legs. It's a little bit like an able-bodied running for them just to walk. But we'll see how he goes. He's quite impressive, so maybe he'll surprise us. Okay, you're all ready to be 6 foot tall?
Awesome.
Starting off really tall. This is
Yeah.
about as tall as we'd ever likely to make you, so we shall give it a go.
All right. Okay.
Got legs. This is cool. Yeah, I can look down and I can actually, they're mine. And it's, yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to stand. I want to get up. Yeah.
Just your shorts.
Yeah.
Oh. You all right?
Yep. Okay.
Pull
Okay.
back.
Yeah. Whoop. Okay. Okay.
Right. So you can feel the difference. One
Yeah.
knee flexes,
Yeah.
one doesn't right now.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Hello, Shorty.
Cool. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at the police station.
Walk on the straight line. Cool. Cool.
I think we need a diary like we had for the kids. I took my first steps today.
Yeah. You want me to come to you?
Yep. If you come down here.
Walk to Mama. You're too tall, I can't fit you all in the frame.
It's quite scary being so tall again.
He's got a lot of very big challenges ahead of him. And I think he will get there. It's just going to take a little time.
No, just a lot of emotion at the moment. I just want to walk. It feels right. I just want to walk.
I think they look really good there, Anne.